KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for the St. Louis Blues.
Reality check number 22. On a scale of 1 to 10, shouldn't customer service be an 11? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Walk into any Town & Country and you'll feel welcome right away. We're your neighbors. If you're a customer, we'll probably even call you by name. It's just what neighbors do. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. Today will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 39 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at around 8 miles per hour. We have mostly cloudy skies in tonight's forecast to start the night, but gradually skies will become clear and we should have a low temperature around 25 degrees. Westerly winds will be at 6 to 8 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow we expect sunny skies with a high temperature near 47 degrees. Winds will be westerly 5 to 8 miles per hour, and our wind chill value will be as low as 17 degrees early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, we have mostly clear skies in our forecast with a low around 26. Light and variable winds become westerly around 5 miles per hour. New Year's Day will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 48 degrees. Winds will be northeasterly around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm during Thursday afternoon. Then Thursday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 32. We expect mostly cloudy skies Friday with a high temperature near 52 degrees. Friday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 26. Then Saturday should be sunny with a high temperature near 47 degrees. Saturday night will be partly cloudy with a low around 28. Then Sunday will be sunny with a high near 56 degrees. Sunday night will be partly cloudy with a low around 33. And Monday should be sunny with a high temperature near 54 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Missouri Net News, I'm Matt Pilger. Missouri State Auditor is sounding alarm bells over the state budget. KMOX Radio's Sean Malone reports.
In his year-end report, Republican Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick warns Missouri's deficit spending is jeopardizing the state's financial health. Fitzpatrick warns the current $4 billion budget could quickly become a near-equal deficit if a recession were to hit. Fitzpatrick says in a statement, quote, "The time is now to make tough decisions that will prevent drastic emergency budget cuts from being necessary in the months and years ahead." Fitzpatrick blames part of the problem on increased spending since COVID and the elimination on the capital gains tax.
A new kind of testing is underway in Missouri schools. Matt Kelly reports.
A school wastewater testing pilot began this month at about a dozen schools, with 40 already enrolled. The Missouri Department of Public Safety says weekly sampling will look for fentanyl and other drugs, and the results will help schools decide on prevention programs. The state's investing $4 million in school testing and another $3 million to expand similar efforts in communities statewide. Matt Kelly, Missouri Net.
And money for the 139th Airlift Wing has been included in the defense bill passed by Congress and signed into law by the president. But it isn't the only beneficiary of the huge spending bill. Northern Missouri Congressman Sam Graves says money has been allocated for a C-130J simulator.
There's only two places in the country that can handle a J-model simulator, Rosecrans being one of those. I also highlighted the Advanced Airlift Tactics Center, and on top of that, there's money in there, too, for training for advanced airlift tactics for domestic work, for, responding to disasters and that sort of thing.
Money has also been added for 2 additional upgraded C-130 cargo planes. Graves is in hopes they will be stationed at Rosecrans, located just northwest of St. Joseph. This is Missouri Net.
MissouriNet.com is your free online news source. No monthly fees or annoying limited access to stories. For more than 50 years, MissouriNet reporters have been bringing you all things Missouri. Visit MissouriNet.com for our feature program Show Me Today, plus up-to-date news and sports. Are you a Missouri history buff? Check out Across Our Wide Missouri. MissouriNet, on the web at MissouriNet.com, on X at MissouriNet. MissouriNet.com.
It's getting kind of bad out there.
It sure is. But don't worry. The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services has tips on how to stay safe and warm this winter, like wearing layers, stocking up on supplies, and looking out for signs of hypothermia and frostbite, as well as great ways to prepare your home.
Where can I find all these great tips?
Well, just go online to health.mo.gov/winter.
A message from the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services.
A 17-year-old is in custody after leading Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers and Jefferson City Police on a chase Saturday. Columbia TV station KMIZ reports the van was reported stolen to the Jefferson City Police Department and found on US 54 near Fulton. Troopers used stop sticks to deflate the van's tires and end the pursuit safely. Recent winter weather canceled several blood drives in Missouri, leaving the American Red Cross urgently calling for donations. Jill Eves with the Red Cross says blood donations are always important, but especially during December and January when supplies run low.
Just December 1st and 2nd, we had drives that were canceled in those 2 days. We were expecting around 300 units, and because of the weather, they got canceled. So that's 300 units that didn't get put out.
Starting this week, non-resident hunters in Missouri will need a new permit to hunt migratory birds. For more Missouri stories, find the podcast Show Me Today.
It's here and now available. The 39th Annual Ozarks Basketball Preview. It's packed with stories, schedules, and player pictures of Southern Missouri high school and college teams. Get a per-season analysis of every basketball program in the SCA, including your very own Salem Tigers. KY3 Ned Reynolds makes predictions on the outcome of each team's season. You can find the Ozark Basketball Preview at American Family Insurance Country Mart and KSMO Lobby. They will go fast, so pick up your copy of the 39th Annual Ozarks Basketball Preview today.
Direct cash cattle markets were quiet Monday, and cash hogs are pretty much unchanged. I'm John Perkins with a Brownfield Market Update. Direct cattle markets were quiet yesterday. The big feature was the distribution of this week's show list, which looks at least somewhat larger in all of the major feeding areas. It could be another quiet week due to New Year's festivities, with widespread trade not starting until Wednesday or maybe even Friday. Last week's direct trade was mixed, generally up $2 from the previous week on the live basis and down $1 for the dressed. Formula totals were down on the week and trade volume totals were mixed. At mid-session for the Joplin Regional Stockyards feeder cattle sale in Missouri, compared to the last test, steers were steady to 18 higher and heifers were steady to 7 higher. USDA says estimated receipts are below that previous test and a year ago. Most of the offering were steers, and nearly all of the cattle weighed more than 600 pounds. Medium and large number one feeder steers weighing 800 to 900 pounds brought 330.50 to 355, and 900 to 1,000 pound steers are reported at 312.25 to 335.50. Medium and large number one feeder heifers weighing 500 to 600 pounds range from 361 to 420. 6 to 7 weight heifers sold at 340 to 359.50. Box beef was mixed with light movement. Choices down $1.88 at $349.33, and select beef was up $1.82 at $345.62. The estimated slaughter of 118,000 head was down 3,000 on the week and 4,000 on the year. Cash hogs were steady with a very light closing negotiated run at the major direct markets. Buyers started off the week looking at the available ready numbers and assessing their needs, with another holiday slowdown for hogs later on in the week as well. There was next to no movement for the major direct markets between the open and the close, but rolling averages for the National and Western Corn Belt direct markets did at least imply a firmer undertone. Weather during the first half of the week is likely inhibiting movement in some areas. Major direct markets not reported due to confidentiality. National direct barrels and gilts and the Western Corn Belt both had 5-day rolling average of 68.75, and Iowa Southern Minnesota averaged 67.19. Butcher hogs in Dorchester, Wisconsin were steady at 55. Illinois direct sows and barrels and gilts steady as well. Pork was $1.75 lower at 95.96. Picnics, ribs, hams, and bellies were down sharply, and loins were weak while butts were modestly higher. The estimated hog slaughter of 444,000 head was down 52,000 on the week and 41,000 on the year. John Perkins, Brownfield.
Sometimes when we're dealing with mental health challenges, it might seem like we can handle them on our own at first. But let's face it, waiting until they spiral into a crisis, it's only going to add layers to the struggle. You don't have to face it alone. When you're unsure of who to go to or where to turn, just remember, 988 is there for you. Don't hesitate to seek support before it's too late. You deserve to feel supported and heard. Reach out to 988, 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline Missouri.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick them up every weekday or check it out online. Terry Ray Dawson, age 70 of Licking, passed away December 26th. A memorial visitation for Terry will be held Wednesday evening from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Fox Funeral Home. And all arrangements for Terry Ray Dawson of Licking are under the direction of the Fox Funeral Home of Licking. Dolores Gale Strickland Nee Crocker of Cherryville passed away Sunday, December 28th, at the age of 67 years. Funeral services for Dolores Crocker will be at 2 Friday afternoon at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Dolores Crocker will also be on Friday from 11 in the morning till service time at 2 in the afternoon. And all arrangements for Dolores Gale Strickland Nee Crocker of Cherryville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Carl Bernard McCord of Salem passed away Tuesday, December 16th, at the age of 75 years. A celebration of life will be held at 5 o'clock Saturday evening at the American Legion Post number 99 in Salem. A memorial gathering for family and friends of Carl McCord will be held Saturday afternoon from 3 until service time at 5 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Memorial contributions may be made to the Parkinson Foundation. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Carl Bernard McCord of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Patricia Christma Ray Sarka, age 79 of Salem, passed away Sunday, December 28th. A private family gathering will be held at a later date, and all arrangements for Patricia Sarka of Salem are under the direction and care of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
At Four Rivers Community Health Center, we provide compassionate care for the whole family. From routine checkups and chronic condition management to dental care and behavioral health services to support your overall well-being. With locations in Rolla, St. Robert, Salem, and now in Cuba, quality care is closer than you think. Schedule your appointment online at fourrivers.org. Call or text 573-426-4455. At Four Rivers, we're more than healthcare. We're your partner in health.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Salem RD Superintendent, Dr. Nathan Wills, has earned a national certification recognizing excellence in school finance and operations. The Association of School Business Officials International, also referred to as ASBO, announced that Dr. Wills has received the Certified Administrator of School Finance and Operations, also known as the SFO certification. The designation recognizes school leaders who demonstrate advanced knowledge and expertise in managing school district finances and operations. The SFO certification is an international recognized credential that sets a high standard for fiscal responsibility in education. ASBO International Executive Director James Rowan says professionals who earn the certification are highly sought after for their ability to responsibly allocate resources and plan for both current and future district needs. To earn the SFO designation, candidates must meet strict requirements, including education and work experience, passing a comprehensive exam, and adhering to a professional code of conduct. Those who earn the certification must be also complete ongoing professional development and undergo recertification every 3 years. ASBO International is a nonprofit organization founded in 1910 and represents approximately 30,000 school business professionals worldwide. An accident occurred Monday morning at 6:48 on Highway 63, 3 miles south of Edgar Springs, that left both drivers with serious injuries. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2018 Ford Focus, driven by an 18-year-old from Plattsburgh, New York, crossed the center of the roadway and struck head-on a 2004 Chevrolet Silverado operated by a 48-year-old man from West Plains. The New York man suffered serious injuries and was transported by air evac to Cox Hospital in Springfield. The West Plains man also suffered serious injuries and was transported by Phelps Health Air to University Hospital in Columbia. According to the report, the driver of the Ford was wearing a safety restraint while the driver of the Chevrolet was not. Both vehicles were totaled and removed from the scene by Lucas Garage. The Highway Patrol was assisted by the Phelps County Sheriff's Department and the Rolla Rural Fire Department. Dent County Collector Shannon Van Kirk wanted to remind everyone her office will have extended hours for those wanting to pay their taxes in person from 8 in the morning till 5:30 through Wednesday, December 31st. Payment mailed in must be postmarked no later than December 31st. She recommends if you mail your payment to take your payment envelope inside the post office at the window to have the date hand-stamped on your envelope. There is also a drop box in the front of the courthouse at the southwest corner of the courthouse square where you can leave your payments through midnight Wednesday night, December 31st. Payments can also be made online by following the instructions on your real estate and personal property tax bills. Payment received after December 31st or that are postmarked after December 31st will be assessed penalties and late fees. If you have any questions, please call the Dent County Collector's Office at 573-729-3911. The Missouri State Highway Patrol reports 10 people died in traffic crashes during this year's Christmas holiday counting period, which ran from 6 o'clock Wednesday evening, December 24th, through 11:59 Sunday night, December 28th. There were no boating crashes or drownings. During the Christmas holiday counting period, troopers report the following preliminary traffic statistics for 2025. The patrol investigated 258 traffic crashes that resulted in 94 injuries and 10 fatalities. The patrol made 93 DWI arrests. During the 2024 Christmas holiday counting period, troopers investigated 81 traffic crashes, which included 4 fatalities and 44 injuries. Statewide, 5 people died and 133 were injured in 295 traffic crashes over last year's Christmas holiday. Troopers arrested 18 people for driving while intoxicated during the 2024 Christmas holiday counting period. There were no boating crashes, boating fatalities, drownings, or boating while intoxicated arrests during the 2025 Christmas holiday counting period. Further details related to the traffic crashes and arrests can be found on the Missouri State Highway Patrol's website. It is important to note that the Christmas Day holiday counting period varies from 1 1/4 to 4 1/4 days in length, depending on which day of the week the holiday falls on. This explains the nearly 1/3 increase in traffic crashes and fatalities this year compared to 2024. In specifics, in 2025, the Christmas Day fell on Thursday, making the holiday period 4 1/4 days. In 2024, Christmas Day fell on a Wednesday, making the holiday period 1 1/4 days. Follow the Missouri State Highway Patrol on X at MSHP Trooper GHQ. City of Salem Board of Aldermen held their regular meeting Tuesday, December 23rd in the auditorium at 202 North Washington. Prior to calling the meeting to order, Mayor Greg Parker opened a public hearing regarding a request from Terry and Shirley Perkins for annexation into the city limits. As no individuals were present to speak on the matter, the public hearing was closed and the regular meeting was called to order. Following a prayer and roll call, the board approved the agenda and consent agenda and appointed Richard LaBrash to an additional 4-year term on the Salem Housing Authority. The alderman also approved a bid in the amount of $11,000 from Capital Quarries of Salem for the purchase of limestone rock for the street department. Although this was not the lowest bid received, department officials noted that supporting a local vendor would result in faster turnaround times and reduce fuel and labor costs. Funds for this purchase will be paid from the street maintenance line item in the street department budget, which has $35,000 allocated. Under new and miscellaneous business, the board approved resolution number 29-2025 and 30-2025. These resolutions authorize the mayor to execute a memorandum of understanding between the City of Salem and Salem Arty School District for the provision of a school resource officer, also referred to as an SRO, as well as memorandum of understanding regarding the dual commission of an SRO between Salem Police Department, the Dent County Sheriff's Office, and the Salem Arty School District. The cost is estimated at approximately $14,000 in compensation, which will be included in a future budget. Additional costs will be incurred for SRO-specific training required by the state. However, the Salem Police Department has a general leisure category that will cover these training costs, and no budget adjustment is necessary at this time. Funding for the position will split 75-25 with the school district covering 75% of the compensation. The board then heard the first and second readings of Bill number 3694, authorizing approval of a change order number 6 to the Downtown Transportation Alternative Program, the TAP project, contract with Magi Construction Company. The change order calls for the complete removal of the existing sidewalk from the front of the Bank of Salem building to the curb, including heat pads, and replace it with new sidewalks and heat pads consistent with the remainder of the project. The work will also include installation of a metal grid system to serve as the ceiling over the exposed basement structure. The total cost of the change order is $36,600. The Bank of Salem has agreed to contribute $5,000, and $7,200 will be paid from city funds previously reserved for such corrections. The remaining $24,400 will be split evenly between the City of Salem and Archer Elgin, with each contributing $12,200. No matching funds will be provided by MoDOT. The change order require a budget adjustment using prior year funds, a timeline extension of 183 days, moving the project completion date from August 1st, 2025 to February 1st, 2026. The alderman voted to approve this change order. Finance Director Stacy Houston was absent from the meeting. However, her report was submitted in writing. Following reports from city officials, the board adjourned into executive session for discussion of legal items and personnel matters. That has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, you can contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports. Is being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem boys varsity basketball Tigers outscored Licking in the second half 44-18 en route to a 72-41 win over the Wildcats Monday at the Kabul Holiday Tournament Consolation Bracket semifinal. Salem had 4 scorers in double figures in the game, with Gavin Sapol leading the way with 18 points, followed by Brayton Gaps with 14 more. Eli Wofford added 13 points for Salem, and Lincoln Thomas netted 11 more points in the win. Lincoln was led by Carson Walker, who scored 16 points, followed by Jeff Sullins, who added 11 points. Salem is now 6-4 on the year, and they will face Alton in the Consolation Championship game at 3:30 this afternoon in Kabul. Licking falls to 6-5 on the year. The Bunker Boys varsity basketball Eagles remain undefeated on the season as they beat Norwood in the Kabul Holiday Tournament semifinals Monday 54-37. The Eagles were led by Brennan Malloy and Owen Sanders, who scored 18 and 17 points respectively, with Jayden Skaggs adding 13 more. The Eagles, who are now 12-0, will play the winner of the Liberty versus Mansfield game in the Kabul Holiday Tournament championship game tonight at 6:30 at Kabul. The St. Louis Blues are heading out to Colorado to face the Avalanche in Denver after falling the Buffalo Sabres last night by a score of 4-2. You can listen to this game Wednesday night, and it's the last game of the 2025 year, of course, and you can hear it right here on your hometown radio station, KSMO, 1340 AM and 95.7 FM. The pre-skate Wednesday night will begin at 7:30, and the puck drops at 8 o'clock. The Blues are currently 15, 17, and 8 on the season. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with football, where the Kansas City Chiefs will finish out the season on Sunday, going on the road to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. The Chiefs know they will have at least a top 15 pick as they sit right now at 6-10. Pick could be up into the top 10. For head coach Andy Reid, it's not where he wants to be, but that is an exciting proposition.
Yeah, Jesse, with Brett and his crew doing it, it's that part's exciting to see and what takes place, and something to look forward to. You're right; it's not where you want to be, but it is where we are, and we've got good people doing the picking headed up by Brett.
The Chiefs in Vegas kick off with the Raiders on Sunday at 3:25. To college basketball, where the Missouri State Bears yesterday knocked off Delaware 61-43. The Bears back in action on Friday as they play host to UTEP. The Missouri Tigers needed a long holiday break after being blown out by Illinois in the bragging rights game, still off until Saturday when they open up SEC play hosting Florida. Looking ahead to tomorrow on the schedule, the St. Louis Billikens in Atlantic 10 action play host to St. Joseph's, while Kansas City goes on the road to Denver. Finally to hockey, where the St. Louis Blues last night fell to the Buffalo Sabres by the final count of 4-2. Head coach Jim Montgomery didn't like his team's effort. Defenseman Cam Fowler saw it a little bit differently.
I didn't quite see it the same way. I thought we continued to fight, and towards the end there, in the middle of the third period, they got that goal, and we just weren't able to capitalize after that. But I thought we fought hard, gave ourselves a chance to win the hockey game.
The Blue Notes go on the road tomorrow night to Colorado to skate against the Avalanche. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
The phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I used to think food just came from the store, but now I know it starts on a farm. I'm Maya, and I'm in the 3rd grade. This year, I got to be a part of Agriculture Education on the Move, where we learned about crops, animals, and all the work farmers do every day. I was surprised by how many things I use every day that come from agriculture. Ag Ed on the Move helps students like me all across Missouri learn about agriculture in fun, hands-on ways. We even practice math, science, and reading during these lessons, which my teacher really likes. Support agricultural education by partnering with Missouri Farmers Care to bring ag education on the move to your school. Because when we understand where our food comes from, we grow up grateful. Who knows? Maybe I may become a farmer. Learn more at agmoves.com. Agriculture education on the move, enriching lives one classroom at a time.
In a world where everything is digital, your payments should be too. Time is precious. Digital payments provide a quick and simple way to make secure purchases. The Bank of Salem recognizes the need for digital payment convenience and is excited for you to enjoy a new way to pay. We now support Apple Pay, Google Pay, Fitbit, Garmin, and MasterPass. To enroll, call or stop by either Bank of Salem location today and let us help make your shopping experience easier. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
It is now time for a look at news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. The Missouri Supreme Court has removed a St. Charles County judge known for wearing an Elvis wig and making political comments in court. Governor Mike Keogh will choose his replacement. Kansas City's Union Station is pushing hard on social media for the Royals to be located downtown. The team has been considering future stadium sites. American Airlines is adding 2 daily flights from St. Louis to Chicago, bringing the total number of daily flights to Chicago to 7. Time is running out for end-of-the-year donations to nonprofits. United Way of Mid-Missouri President Lee Kernernfield says a lot of nonprofits rely on those end-of-year donations.
They would not continue to operate without that support.
And the American Red Cross in Missouri is trying to boost blood supplies due to canceled blood drives. Jill Eves of the Red Cross is also encouraging volunteers.
We're always looking for blood ambassadors, transportation specialists.
Blood donors will have a chance to win a Super Bowl trip. Missouri Net News.
MissouriNet.com is your free online news source. No monthly fees or annoying limited access to